Alright? We're approaching exit altitude. So if you just look outside, you'll see it's time to lock and load. Up and at 'em. DZ is directly below. Get ready to drop the hammer. You gotta jump, as in, throw your body into the blue abyss.
Jump window is closing.
Make me proud.
You are familiar with this view now, yes? Like seeing an old friend again, to drive him slowly insane with hatred and paranoia. Ah, it is a beautiful thing. GPS tracker confirmed. I have your position. I will also access compound CCTV once you are inside. About the sewers in my hometown? It was there I first decided to join the Navy. Perhaps it will have the same effect on you. We will see. Off you go. then abandon his expensive taste, no matter how many times he is robbed. In Russia, we call such men ATM. Okay, next stop, maintenance. Judging from the lack of terrified screams, I will assume you made it through the uncharted tunnel and into the den of strung-out militiamen. Good. Things are going according to plan, huh? Now, let's see what he has for us in the vault this time. Watch out for the Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards. They patrol this area. They will know every soldier on the island. Them you cannot fool, no matter what you are wearing. Do not get distracted by the view. If you fall, I did not bring hose to wash you off the rocks. Find a locked door. In my experience, you can also find the key.
¡No le queda mucho, hijo de puta! ¡A cubierto! La verga! ¡Tenemos un caído!
So, you are at fingerprint scanner. The tool we took from head of cybersecurity will show you fragments from previous scans. You just need to cycle through them to match the target print. And keep an eye out for people trying to kill you.
Mierda. Qué cagada. aquí llegó!
¡Sí! ¡Está herido! ¿Quiere que le dé lo suyo? ¡Siga así! ¡No tengo más municiones! ¡Diga adiós a este mundo, malparido! Está arriesgando la vida. ¡Verga! ¡Ah! ¡Voy acá! ¡Gonorrea! ¡Muérase, imbécil! Dije que no se me acerque, gonorrea. Voy a darle piso, idiota, ¿no?
Don't forget the keypad in the main office, assuming you can get there.
¡Hasta aquí llegó!
Well, at least now if you die on the way out, you will be looking fabulous. Bad news. They have sealed the drainage pipe. You will need to look for another way out of there.
¡Va para el cajón, imbécil!
Shit, more guards. You must use them simultaneously.
¡Imbécil!
Remember, there is always time for some last-minute shopping before takeoff.
¡Estoy listo para dar!
¿Quiere chupar lirio, hijo de puta?
It would be a crime to leave it behind.
¡Lárguese, imbécil! ¡Despídase!
¡Me quedé sin...
¡You piece of shit! ¡Me voy a divertir! ¡Come mierda!
Excellent.
¡Se le
¡Avancen
acabaron
con
las
todo!
vidas, hueputa! Tengo que volver a cargar. ¡Un herido! ¡Imbécil de mierda! Voy a recargar. Aquí no va a durar mucho. ¡Jódase! ¡Me tiene mamado! ¡Que nadie se escape! ¡Cúbrame! ¡Hijo de recargando! ¡Ha cubierto! ¡Imbécil! ¡Escoria!
Did I ever tell you about my friend Sergey? Spetsnaz. Created new tactical approach method. The Russian word means valiant jump from cliff. I keep part of his skull under my hat for luck.
Dije que no se me acerque, gonorrea. ¡Morirá, puta!
is in the water. Be careful.
¡Puta! ¡Le dieron! ¡Le dieron! ¡Mamá verga! ¡Puta! ¡Hasta aquí llegó!
Well, judging from their comms, it sounds like Mr. Rubio is reaching for his helicopter. Again. Good news. Mr. Rubio is heading back. Good work, but we do not go until everyone is ready.
¡No le queda mucho!
present for you. Today, we're testing out some next level wings, baby. Head over there and get them fired up. Allow me to introduce the Raiju. Now this shit right here is a state-of-the-art fighter jet. Our client wants a third-party test flight before they sign on the dotted line. And guess what? They came to us. You're the first pilot cleared to fly this thing in U.S. airspace. Perks of the job, right? Alright, check this out. The Raiju has hover functionality. She'll make takeoffs and landings smooth as shit. Just hit the button, and it'll switch flight modes. Okay, listen up. First, we're gonna give this thing stealth mode a little field test. If you can fly through Rabbit Canyon undetected, we pass. But, to make things interesting, Merryweather's got some serious air defense set up in there. Do not forget to activate the stealth mode, you copy? They will turn your ass into confetti. By the way, the job you did back at the quarry is still paying out. Word is, since Merryweather can't even look after a simple mining operation, people are thinking twice about working with them. Our client for this job usually goes to Merryweather to test their shit, but this time, they hit up LSA instead. Just a couple more tests, and we can wrap this up and get paid. Nice work. Let's close this out and get paid. Hey, look alive up there. We got bogies closing in on your current position. Probable Merryweather air units. Guess they're pretty tight about us poaching this contract. Get ready to engage. Probable Merryweather air units. Guess they're pretty tight about us poaching this contract. Get ready to engage. Okay, looks like they're stepping up their air support. We got more helis coming in now with rockets. up these all and see if I can convince the client that all this was on purpose. Hey, maybe they'll let us borrow one down the line if we need it. whereabouts of this missing IAA agent. ULP, they called him. He was last seen with some very bad people. Take out the target sent to your phone while I monitor various channels. ULP wasn't just heading up the investigation into these breaches. You know what else he was in charge of? The IAA's drug deals on the West Coast. They just can't help themselves. Some of these bastards love selling rocks to fund their illegal wars. Well, at least there are some seemingly competent people at the IAA, like Mrs. Rackman, though that Agent 14 has set the bar pretty low.